I'll start out by offering another congratulatory great job to Mike McCoy and the Chargers as they move into the playoffs. Happy for them and happy for every San Diego fan in any sport. It's great to see the Chargers win and move into the playoffs for the first time in 4 years. So that's great news. We are moving into phase 2 of the season. We used to talk about 3 different entities: preseason, conference, postseason. So we're moving into phase number 2, conference season, and it's everything's ratcheted up another level, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not. That's what happens, especially early when everyone feels that they're going to win the league. So we're moving into Colorado State at their place, opener New Year's night. They are very well coached, a lot of new pieces just like we have, but they're good. And what they're good at is the same thing they've been good at with Larry Eustachius. They're a very good rebounding team. They attack off the bounce. They don't show you a lot of set play, so they're hard to guard. They're an exceptional rebounding team. So we'll face the similar type issues that we have against them in the past, especially last year. So it's exciting. We look forward to it, and we will come prepared, and if we play well, we'll have an opportunity to be successful. Anything for me?
Coach, how much pride do you take in your team's defense? And it seems to be the San Diego State Aztecs' identity.
If you're going to win in any team sport, you better be able to defend. Doesn't matter, talk about football, talk about any sport. If you can defend and not give up a lot of errors or a lot of easy plays to your opponent, you're going to have a chance to be successful. And we've put a premium on that. And we've not just talked about it, we've practiced what we preach. And our players know that. And we're a pretty good team defensive team. But it starts with you and me. It starts with how I defend. So you have to, as we say, guard your yard, guard the ball. Don't give up dribble penetration. Don't make me have to help you every single time down the floor, and bring closure to it with rebounding. So we're good. Do we have room for improvement? Absolutely. We've got lots that we can grow from. We're not a very good defensive rebounding team for what we have athletically. We have to be better with that. But we're a good defensive team.
Steve, I know you don't like to sort of skip the order of games, but you have the Kansas, coming up this weekend, and you got the Chargers as sort of a warm-up show before you guys are on. Can you talk about that game a little bit too?
Well, hopefully our fans will not be dismissing Colorado State and looking forward to Kansas. Well, everybody knows we play Kansas on Sunday, January the 5th. But we have a more important game because it's a league game against Colorado State. I'm not worried about our energy and effort, and we'll play hard. Hopefully we'll play well. Hard place to play. I've never taken a team there, but I listen and I've heard how good they are, especially at home, but how good they are, period. So we're excited to play. We have them returning here, not next year, but the following year, and that'll be great for all of us. But that'll be a good test for us. But the most important game is Colorado State, and the most important games are the league games that we've got.
Coach, you mentioned that they don't run a lot of set plays and makes them hard to guard. I think that for some people that would be kind of counterintuitive. People would think, well, wouldn't they be easier to guard if they don't run a lot of set plays? Well, what makes it so difficult to defend a team like them that doesn't run set plays?
We take great pride in scouting our opponents. And I don't think there's anybody in America better than Brian Dutcher. And he has the Colorado State scout. When you do things that you know, A passes to B and screens for C, you can stop that. And we're good at stopping people that run set plays. We take pride in not letting you score on your set plays. With Colorado State, I know they work on their motion offense, but it's hard to get a pattern as to what they do. They set a lot of quick random ball screens where anybody could set for anybody else. They get you chasing, and they drive, and you don't have the vision you would in a normal setting. So I think you roll that all together, and when you get good players that have discipline, which they do, then it makes them hard to guard. Colorado State is a lot like us from the standpoint they find their way to the free throw line a lot. They've made, I think now, probably 30, close to 30, 20 some odd anyway, more free throws than their opponents have attempted. And that's where we are too. We've made more than our opponents have attempted. That's a winning formula. They're a very good free throw shooting team. They're shooting over 70% as a team from the free throw line. So you can't foul them. And they draw a lot of fouls by how they play.
With that said, Steve, do you throw in a little zone defense just to kind of mess them up a little bit? Or I know you're kind of loath to do that.
We worked very hard on a 1-3-1 amoeba type zone defense that we might spring on them, but please don't have that on air until after the game.